Imagine you run operations for a consumer electronics retailer. A product starts selling 9 times faster than normal. Your inventory has 3 hours left. Your business runs on Oracle, and demand changes in minutes. Now, this could be because of a gaming event, an influencer's post, a flash promotion, and everybody suddenly wants the same product. But your ETL job is still running, and your overnight report isn't in yet. By the time this data lands, the shelves are already empty. So the question changes from what sold yesterday to what's about to run out in the next 3 hours. Here's how real time intelligence answers that end to end through the new Oracle CDC connector. Before we dive in, here's the whole journey on one canvas. Everything starts with the Oracle CDC connector. We capture sales changes straight from Oracle database here. Those changes flow into Eventstream, which is our real-time entry point into Fabric. From there, the data fans out 3 ways. It's stored in Lakehouse in one lake. That's our historical record for trends and seasonality. It's analyzed in a Spark notebook where we detect demand spikes and predict which products are about to run out. And then it feeds into Activator, which raises a stockout alert automatically the moment risk crosses a line. Through these 5 stages, we get from transactions in Oracle to automated action in Fabric in seconds. Now we'll walk through each live. Let's start where business operates today, Oracle database. Every purchase made by a customer is written into Oracle as a transaction. Here we're looking at a simple orders table with purchases across several products: PS5, Xbox, Surface laptops. At the moment, sales appear normal and balanced across the different products. What's important is that Oracle is the system running the business. Every consumer purchase starts here. Traditionally, organizations would extract this data through scheduled ETL jobs or wait for reports to be generated later. The problem is that the data tells us exactly what's happened. It doesn't help us understand what's happening right now, what's about to happen next, and what's changing. That's where real-time change data capture becomes important. These 4 transactions represent the current operational state of the business. Now we'll connect Oracle CDC to Eventstream so that every change happening in Oracle is reflected in real time in Fabric. Now I'm in Fabric and I'm creating an event stream, which will then become the real-time entry point for these business events. Next, I'll be adding the source. The new Oracle CDC connector captures the current state of the table and then continuously monitors future row level changes. As new sales occur, these changes are streamed directly into Microsoft Fabric where they can immediately be used for analytics, prediction, and automation. In here, we're providing the Oracle connection information, the server, username, password that Fabric will be using to securely connect to the database. Once the connection is established, Fabric will take an initial snapshot of the current data and then continuously monitor the transaction logs in Oracle for new changes. We have now successfully connected Oracle CDC to event streams. We can now decide if we want to transform any of the data or if we want to route it to a particular destination. Oracle remains the operational system where transactions occur, but Eventstream captures those changes now in real time. I'm going to be choosing Lakehouse as one of our destinations. The destination has been completely configured over here. So now once the data has been pulled in correctly, which we can see from the payload, we can go ahead and publish the data. And as we see, the event stream is now successfully published. Let's simulate a real-world demand spike. Imagine a major gaming event or a promotion that has just increased demand for Xbox consoles. New purchases are being written into Oracle right now. So now the question is, how quickly can the business detect the demand shifted and respond before inventory has become a problem? Those new purchases were just entered into Oracle. Oracle CDC has been able to capture those changes directly from the source database. Eventstream streamed those changes into Fabric in near real time. There were no batch processes or replication code or overnight reporting cycle involved. Every transaction was reflected into Fabric and immediately available for downstream analytics and action. So far, we've moved every Oracle sale into Fabric in real time. But for any member from the operations team at a consumer retailer electronics store, the real question is something about to go wrong and do I still have time to fix it? That's where the power of real-time intelligence coupled with predictive analytics comes into play. Instead of exporting data or reading from a static table after the fact, I'm going to connect this notebook directly to the event stream that we've created. In the Explorer, I'll add a data item, and rather than choosing a file or a lakehouse, I'm choosing from Real-Time Hub. Once the connection is set up, the notebook continuously watches the sales coming in from Oracle and lines them up against everything that we already know. normal sales patterns for each product, how fast things are selling, what inventory we have on hand, and seasonal trends. We can now use this information to understand how products are behaving differently. For instance, in this case, look at Xbox. It normally averages at about 20 units per hour, but right now it's hitting 180 units per hour. So that's about 9 times its usual rate. But PS5 and Surface laptops at the same point are doing steady sales. The notebook isn't simply telling us what happened yesterday or a couple of hours ago. It's telling us what's happening right now and pointing to something unusual that's happening with one particular product. Spotting the spike is useful, but Notebook can take this analysis one step further. By taking the live demand data that is being streamed into Fabric and comparing it against units of inventory that we already have on hand, we can gauge how long it would take for a particular product to run out of stock. If this trajectory continues, Xbox units will go out of stock if the inventory is not rebalanced accordingly. So now we have 2 out of the 3 routes for the stream setup: the lakehouse for historical data and the notebook for risk prediction. Now we'll set up a third level, an activator alert. The notebook can predict that Xbox is heading for a stockout, but a prediction only matters if someone's able to act on it. Through this alert, an operations manager would be notified about a stockout risk well in advance. I'll begin by setting an alert. When I set an alert, I can go ahead and add a rule and an action. Here, I've set up a simple condition. When an Xbox order comes through, raise an alert. And the action is straightforward. A message is sent to the operations manager with the headline stockout risk, notifying them that Xbox inventory is dangerously low. Now that the alert is active, there's no need for manual monitoring. The moment Xbox demand surges in Oracle, the chain streams into Fabric and Activator fires the alert automatically. The rule is live, watching the stream for any Xbox order. Let's simulate a demand surge. Imagine a gaming event just dropped and customers are buying Xbox consoles fast. Let's see if Activator is able to reflect those alerts. There they are. The Xbox orders just load from Oracle through CDC into a stream in seconds. Activator saw the condition and fired the alert automatically. The moment demand spiked, the system caught it and pushed an alert straight to the operations team. The notebook had predicted that Xbox was heading for a stockout at 92% risk. Activator is now acting on that signal in real time, turning a prediction into action while there's still time to respond. Operations can now rebalance the stock or reprioritize shipping before a single customer ever sees out of stock. Let's take a step back and look at what we built. In this one flow, Oracle CDC captures every sale, Eventstream carries it into Fabric and splits it 3 ways: Lakehouse for history, Notebook for prediction, and Activator for action. In other words, a customer buys an Xbox, and in seconds, that transaction is captured, streamed, stored, scored for risk, and turned into an alert before the shelf is ever even empty. This is a real shift. It goes beyond data integration. Moving data from A to B is table stakes. What matters is what you do with it the moment it lands. Batch reporting only tells you what you've lost. This tells you what's about to happen while you can still act on it. That's the power of real-time intelligence coupled with CDC. It turns everyday operational data into decisions that protect revenue while there's still time to act.